Hello, good morning, and happy Monday! I'm Marshall Shore, here with the morning show.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
That's right.
Yeah.
Happy Monday indeed.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a really lovely morning. I actually came, I know this sounds shocking, I came an hour and a half early, and I sat outside at the fountains.
And drank?
No. A little early, skosh early for that. No, I journaled.
Oh, I like just a skosh.
Just a skosh. I journaled, I read a book, I responded to a couple of emails, and then I came up here. So I'm feeling very zen today.
Nice.
This Monday. Yeah.
Very cool.
I like that we both went with beadwork today.
I know. I was like, without even knowing, it's like, let's do some indigenous beadwork. So, yeah.
Cool.
So, all right. So it's Monday. So it's also the start of the morning show as we get ready for our week.
It sure
that
is.
Also means your favorite segment.
It's growing
Word of the day.
Woo.
I know. It's like dee 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 dee.
I'll go gradually more enthusiastic as I.
All right. So the word for today is tenet.
Okay.
A principle, belief, or doctrine generally held to be true. All right. So here is the sentence. Decentralization is a core tenet of crypto.
What a horrible sentence. I still don't like the sentence.
The sentence is the worst part of that. I was like, there's more to that sentence, and we're just not going to go down that path.
Hold on.
So.
Yeah, we are. Wait.
Oh, no.
Decentralization is a core tenet of crypto. The idea that no government, bank, or individual actor should be able to control or manipulate it. Andrew R. Chow. Okay. Yeah. Well then.
Yeah, no. Like the word, not their sentence to describe it. So
there's a whole movie called Tenet. The core tenets of my business, I say all the time. I actually use
the word tenet quite a bit because it's like I have my tenets. Here's what I'm doing, and staying true to my little checklist.
Okay, so you can definitely use tenet in your word today. That feels doable.
Completely.
Did I say use tenet in your word today? In your conversation?
In your conversations, in your words, as you're going along, try to squeeze in the word of the day. Some days that's possible. Some days, no.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I haven't retained any of the other words of the day. I can't think of a single word of the day that we've already done.
There were some that were really horrible.
Well, I know. I remember the reactions to them.
Right. I'm like, okay. We're not. Yeah. No.
Okay, but tenet. Well done. Well done.
So one of the tenets of the morning show is we love local.
We do love local.
Oh my gosh, we can't get enough local. We
true.
love Arizona. There's so many cool things in Arizona, and we're one of those.
We are.
Yeah.
And Arizona Center does a beautiful job, actually, of bringing local in a more visible way.
Yeah, I mean, with First Fridays.
Yeah.
Last weekend there was the Indigenous Market here.
Yep.
So I mean, they're all the time doing stuff, and
they've got a book and author event coming up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and we also have a brand new mural that just got put in right below us. Actually, it's a really pretty hummingbird. We've got local artists that they support and lift up. So
right. I mean, all the First Friday stuff they're doing. So
yeah. All right. Well. What's another tenet? We love joy and we love weird.
Yeah, I mean,
those are all tenets of the morning
exactly. I mean, it's kind of like, and but we also love passion.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Courtney who's going to be coming on as a regular.
We sure do.
Spot with her kind of view of passion and connections, things like that. But we also just love bringing on people who are passionate about what they're doing.
That's right.
So they can share that passion with all of you and us. I mean, that's the fun. Is we're all learning.
Yeah. And I want to take, and Marshall does too, a quick moment to say, if it weren't for the passion of all the people who work on our show to make this happen every morning, we couldn't. It would literally look really bad because it would be Marshall and I talking to a cell phone on a tripod probably.
Yeah, and me hitting the wrong button, so different things would happen, and music would play in the middle of the wrong spots and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. So and
like the stories and stuff I do at home. It's like that. It's like, oh yeah, it's like cable access.
No, but we've got Ann and Kendra and Brandon and Dylan and Theo.
Yeah, I mean the list goes on
Chris,
and on.
Yeah, and so we're just super grateful for our whole team here.
Exactly. See, look at all that came out of the one word tenet.
I know.
That's like the most conversation we've actually had. One on the word. I was hoping for this like every week or every day.
Well, because I freaking know what it means
Well,
and
true.
have a sentence that kind of.
Now that sentence,
it simplifies the definition.
Yeah. I think we need to get on our calendar person and find a more fun calendar.
I'll make that happen.
Like maybe like wacky word of the day.
These are wacky.
Well, I'm using wacky in a positive sense. Not wacky in the fact you want to whack it off the table.
Yeah, that's where. It's like, Chris, my husband would call cat wiener. Just whack it off. Okay. On that note, happy Monday to you. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this with our first guest for you to meet.
That's right. It is the morning show here on Monday morning, and we are so happy you're here. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
fabulous Arizona Center. And it just keeps getting better and better on this magnificent Monday, not a manic Monday.
It's a little manic, but in a good way.
Well,
a fun way.
Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, we're all here. We're all just making
Mega Monday.
Magic Monday.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
there you go.
I do like that.
Yeah.
It does feel pretty magical. I'm sitting next to a guy wearing a sparkly blazer, which
and it's not me.
Always brightens me.
And
it's not you.
And it's not me. That's the shocking thing.
I know. So
he also has good socks on.
I didn't see that. Ooh, those are good socks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll show you who we're talking about. We've got Dan Hanson here.
As we sit here and rate his outfit.
I know. Well, no. So you are known as that prop guy, right?
Correct.
What does that mean?
That's a good question. Basically, in a nutshell, it means that I am not just Carrot Top per se. I do all different forms: magic, mentalism, ventriloquism, plate spinning, comedy, a wide variety.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
I decided, why not just throw it all together like those old vaudeville acts from back in the day into one show, and it's been going good.
Well, good. Yeah. Is that kind of unusual? Like, a lot of people sort of have a specialty, I feel like, and you're like, I'm doing it all.
Yeah, I think I'm very unique in the sense, when you go to a comedy club or whatever, you see a lot of comedians doing the same material over and over again, and then all of a sudden, here comes a guy with a box or a trunk of toys, and this all over the place, and people are like, what did I just see? And also because they're thrown off because I'm a clean guy. I'm not one of those guys who needs to use foul words to make a joke.
Yeah, which can be harder, I think, actually, being a clean comic.
I know people like Jerry Seinfeld, Jim Gaffigan, Steve Martin. They originally started by working clean.
Yeah.
And it's really opened up new horizons in their act.
Right, yeah. So, do we get to know what you brought in your box
okay,
today?
yeah. So, for instance,
You're just like, here, stick your hand in, pull something out. And
I went to before I came over for the interview this morning. I went to one of those hippy dippy coffee shops, one of those like truly going green places, and they had no toilet paper in the men's room, which was weird. It was horrible. But they had these, and I told them on the comment card, switch back to toilet paper. These things hurt.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, they are hiring for all positions. So I asked them if Crouching Tiger one was still open. They said no, but the Downward Dog is. So I did it and peed on the bush. They had an application that said, like, what was your graduation date? I graduated in 93. I don't remember who I dated in 93. This is a long time ago.
Oh, that's
Jamie Feasel. Here's a fun thing to do. You get a pair of binoculars. This is great. You go up to people at ATMs going, I'm sorry, I missed the last number. Was that a 3 or an 8?
Yeah, I'm sure they love that.
So what does a taser feel like?
Well, as you can tell by the hair, it's very shocking. This is a safety reminder. Remember, don't play with loose wires. Look like this.
Yeah.
Now, you guys were judging my outfit. I think I look good. I got like the Elton John Laughlin Vegas jacket going on. The Weird Al vintage shirt.
Yeah.
And you guys were commenting on the socks.
We like the socks.
Let's be honest. I thought these were a good fashion choice. But in hindsight, I feel like I should now have a house on top of me and some teenager trying to steal my shoes.
Nah.
It'd be very wicked if they did that. I mean, so This is a thing. Married, not married.
Married. Yeah.
Married. Okay,
Yep.
that's good. Married to 21 years. And the problem is I find myself sometimes falling asleep when I watch TV.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is I'm watching sports, and next thing I know, I'm watching the Hallmark Channel or How to Murder Your Husband on Lifeline or Life Help or whatever it is.
Usually how it
So
goes, yeah.
this is great to help the husbands out. I came up with these. These are glasses. That way it looks like you're awake while you're actually sleeping while you watch TV there.
Very clever invention.
so-
Yeah. I would fall for that every time.
So, and now sports. You guys ever? Now I don't know. See, that's a little bit of props. I also do mentalism.
Okay.
A lot of people claim that I'm mental, so I figured why not go with
lean
it?
into it? Yeah.
Make it an ism.
So exactly. Now I think psychics are fake. I went to a psychic once, and they said, "So what brings you in today?"
Shouldn't you know?
Exactly. You tell me.
Yeah.
She said she was a medium. I say more extra large. Just me. Now, which one? Sports? What sport?
Football.
Football. That is amazing.
Early in my life.
Because I happened to write down on a card before I came in here that your sport was outdoors.
Yeah,
Amazing.
That is indeed true. It
That
was
is
outdoors.
amazing.
That's
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Mind is blown.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys like magic?
We do.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Do me a favor. Open those deck of cards for me.
Whoa.
Good
Sports.
time.
exactly.
Yeah, now we
Yeah.
know why football was not his sport. In the meantime, we'll use these.
Okay.
You don't actually need to open those.
I was gonna say. It's like, wait a minute.
All right, I'll take those back here. Do me a favor. Pick any card you want out of that deck.
Okay.
Okay, got it? Awesome.
Ah! Oh. That's fun.
All right, here. I would say we use these cards, but my kids glued these cards together, and I just can't deal with that. All right. All right, fine. We'll use these cards. Be fair. Pick any card you want out of that deck.
Okay.
Except that one. No, just kidding. All right, take a look at the card.
Okay.
All right, we're going to put it anywhere in your deck that you want. Okay, we're going to cut it once. We're going to cut it twice. And your card was?
4 diamonds.
4 diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4 diamonds.
Woohoo!
Now, you're probably asking yourself, Dan, that is amazing. How did you do that?
How did you do that?
Well, it's easy when you have 52
All
of the exact
4
same
diamonds.
card there. It's great. I have 52 variations of the same trick. It's amazing. All right, fine. We'll do a different one. All mixed
different.
up, all different, all different here. I'm a real magician.
Okay.
Any card you want. Okay. Show your partner.
All right.
Okay, ready? Anywhere you want. Except that spot. Okay, so once, and your card was
9 of clubs.
the 9 of clubs. This is the first time this has ever worked, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do I hold the 9 clubs in my hand, it has magically become an ace of hearts. Incredible. You're watching at home going, that must be a camera trick. All you viewers at home, this is real, right?
Oh yeah, this is real.
I saw with my own eyes.
All right. We're going to move into one more area here. And see, wide variety here. I decide each year I give myself a goal. So I decided this year, why not try plate spinning?
Okay.
So people at home, those viewers watching, I started practicing with my wife's Christmas dining set.
Oh.
So if you have the
Actually, a good
Sears,
choice.
the Sears Roebuck 1985 Christmas tree set, please call the number on this screen right here.
I
Right,
love
this
that
number,
set.
reach out that number, so we can talk. That'd be great. So, my wife said stop doing it. So it's great. Plate spinning is amazing. This is going to show up great on TV. You guys are going to love this.
Oh boy.
All right, so what you do is you get a plate going here, and you get spinning. Ooh. Now you can do certain tricks, like the fall over, like that was totally planned. But with plate spinning, you can do something like right hand to left hand. Wow.
Yeah.
And back. You can also do impressions, ladies and gentlemen, a flying saucer.
Woohoo!
Now, if you come to my show, you can see 2 plates at once. So
Oh, wow.
there
Okay.
you go.
So where do you do your shows? Where do you perform?
Well, anywhere people have me. So I've been to clubs, I've been to churches, I've been to casinos, I've done a house blessing, which was in I was in North Carolina, which first of all, North Carolinas are a bunch of braggers.
Okay.
They have on their license plate, first in flight. Okay, it's a big deal. First in flight is a big deal. And the world is happy except China. Because they spent all this time making a big wall to keep the people out. Only to hear, oh, come on! They're gonna put a roof on this thing. But I did a house blessing, which was awesome because I went there and I felt like I was like the moment the old lady from Poltergeist came out and she's like going, "This house is clean." And now we're gonna bring up a comedy guy.
Yeah, that would be
That
weird.
was the weirdest opening act ever.
And here's an expletive just because it's no longer a clean house now.
A lot of junk in this trunk here, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have you ever ridden a motorcycle on stage?
I have not done a motorcycle. I've been married for 21 years, and I love my wife very much, and I don't have that big of insurance coverage. Or life insurance policy, I don't know what that value is. So if I get a bike,
Yeah.
I think my wife's trying to kill me then.
That's a fair assumption.
Yes.
Okay, so how can people book you if they want you to come out and do their next house blessing?
So next house blessing, if you need me, if you go to my website, there is a form you can fill out with your email, all that stuff. I will reach back out to you to get a hold of. If you check out the screen below here, there's all kinds of my socials and all that good stuff. Or if you see me on the street, driving a Kia, whatever, with a sticker, scan that code, find me, we'll work something out. It'll be amazing.
You can recognize him from the hair.
The
Yeah.
hair,
So.
yes.
Well, thank you so much, Dan.
And it's okay if I do
Yeah,
one more
one
thing?
more.
Okay,
Let's do it.
So I know on the show here, and like when people come on, they push their stuff and they
Yep.
try to sell their things, and I think it's tacky.
Yeah?
Very shameful.
Whoa.
They sell their CDs, sell their shirts. I'm still going to do it.
Okay, good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be selling my CDs. So if you would like to buy one of my Bette Midler CDs I used to have growing up, or a John Mellencamp CD from when I was growing up, reach out to me. That's great. I also sell shirts. So this shirt I used to wear about day of my daughter. So if you extra large, great nightgowns. So, all right.
Well, there you go. CDs, shirts, and to book, you want to contact this guy right here. Dan, thanks so much for being on the show today. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this with our own brand of shenanigans.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, it's Monday here on The Morning Show, and we are happy you're starting your week with us. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
Oh, we even got the jazz hands going today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because we had a great way to start the day with some laughter,
Yeah.
which we did. And so, and another great thing to do in the morning.
Laugh. Drink?
History.
Oh.
Oh, I like how you went. It's like, let's do my makeup, take a nap,
What?
Walk the dog. All right, so on this date in 1920, the Arizona Daily Star announced that they basically trapped 7 mountain lions down near Patagonia. And on that same day, another trapper shot 4 lions in the Catalina Mountains.
Wow.
Yeah. And I thought that was interesting.
Is that why we have none now?
Well, I also was interesting because I just saw on Facebook a friend was like, oh, my Ring camera on my door just caught some coyotes hanging out in my front yard tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So that it's like, this is still the Wild West. I mean, mountain lions, coyotes, so still hanging out.
Pat's parents, they live over by Desert Ridge, and they constantly have bobcats, coyotes,
Wow.
jackrabbit, like all sorts of wildlife all over. So, yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah, so I just thought it was funny that it's like, wow, so back in 1920 they found all this and we're still finding things in our front yard though.
I remember one day we were driving through their neighborhood, and it was so weird. We're driving along, kind of going slow, because we're in a residential neighborhood, and we both kind of do a double take and look, and there's just like a bobcat like sitting at someone's front door, like looking like he's just waiting to be let in, and we're like,
Just waiting for a little bowl of milk to come out so that way
it was so weird.
mail slot opens up, out comes the milk. So,
Yeah, anyway.
or javelina. I mean, I've gone on many hikes and ran
Yeah.
into javelinas.
Yeah.
So.
Those have a smell, usually.
Yeah. Although there was at one point I was down in Oracle and we're just like walking through this art thing and busy talking. And all of a sudden one of the folks in the group stops us, and it's like not that far was a rattlesnake just
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
out on the sidewalk getting all
Yeah.
warm, and he was noticing that we were getting closer, and
Yep.
I wasn't noticing that he was getting closer.
I'm kind of, I feel like I shouldn't even say it because I'm going to like jinx myself. But like, I've lived here my whole life and I've never had a run-in with a rattlesnake yet. I'm kind of surprised by that because I hear people all the time say the rattlesnake.
Yeah, I mean,
thing.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no,
What about a scorpion?
Oh no, we used to have scorpions in the house all the time. Yeah, they really like laundry baskets. And so,
Oh.
like my mom, even to this day, won't like reach her hand in to do laundry. She'll like use a pair of tongs to lift them. Yeah, because it's just happened too many
I'm thinking
times.
you got some pasta tongs, then you have the laundry
Yeah,
tongs, but
yeah.
you don't mix the two up.
You do not. Nope.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So, besides wild critters running around, I got some other things we could celebrate.
Okay. Better than stepping on a scorpion?
Exactly. Better than stepping on a scorpion. So today is National Beer Day.
Wow, what a big day.
Oh, we actually do have. If we wanted to, we could celebrate because we do
We
have
could.
We do have some beer.
We do have some beer.
Yeah.
We also know some great places to go get some good local brews. So
Yeah,
there's that.
just steps away, and then there'll be a microbrewery downstairs.
Yep.
Opening soon.
Yep.
And so yeah, but basically, there's so many varieties of beers, whether it be IPAs, Pilsner Stout, or my favorite, sours, and so many more. But it's all to celebrate because back in 1933, the Cullen-Harrison Act was signed into law, and that reversed prohibition, where suddenly alcohol, you could now sell it again.
Well,
Legally,
yeah.
as opposed to before it was still available, but just illegally.
If you follow any political climate, you may want to stock up on some of your favorite alcoholic beverages. So just a heads up on that.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, at least we got some beer.
we do.
So there you go.
And we know lots of friends who I feel like could supply us if
I
we
have a
needed
feeling, right. It is also International Beaver Day.
to. Yes.
So basically, this is because Dorothy Richards, who was known affectionately as the Beaver Woman, spent 50 years of her life studying beavers. Now, I didn't realize the word beaver is derived from Old English, meaning brown or bright.
No, I didn't know that either.
And so,
They are really kind of incredible creatures when you think about it. And I was telling Marshall before we aired the show, one of my favorite things on Instagram is people a lot of times will, rescue beavers or have beavers in their home for a temporary time. And then the beavers will steal like stuff from all over the house and build a dam like every single day. They're just like hardwired to do this.
oh,
to
that is
build.
even though there's no water running, hopefully.
Yeah, no, it's just it'll be like in
Wow.
your hallway, like it's an open pathway, and they're like gotta block this off.
I mean, I wonder how they measure.
I don't know.
Because, today is
Probably
also,
like me, they eyeball it.
like, oh, yeah, I think that little round pillow will work over here.
Did I send you the Mr. Bean one of him measuring?
Oh, yes.
Did I send you? I was like, that's totally me. Like, okay.
And we've all done that, or
Yeah.
been like, okay, it's there, and then it's like, and then you
Yeah.
do something, it's like, well, where was my arm? Was it there, or there? So yeah, but if you're measuring things like this, there's a better way, because today is Metric System Day.
Oh boy.
So, you know.
Hold on. Forget Beer Day. Forget beavers. We've got the metric system. Holy cow. How did you not start with this one?
I didn't realize that it had been around since 1799.
Oh, wow.
It's really old and based on the powers of 10. And basically, everyone in the world uses it except us.
Sounds about
and
right.
I can remember when I was a kid and they were trying to introduce the metric system.
Yeah.
But that didn't work. But still, you know, it's like at home I have to have wrenches that are metric and standard.
Yeah.
So that way it's like I can still tighten and loosen things.
It is interesting when you travel, you know, because it's metric system stuff, and then, you know, when you're driving, everything's in kilometers everywhere else pretty much, and it's like...
It's like, how fast, what temperature is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's Celsius. I'm like, oh.
I don't know.
All right. It is also Public Television Day.
Okay.
So on this date, back in 1927, the company AT&T transmitted for the first time a successful long-distance broadcast on television. It was Hubert Hoover, who was then Secretary of Commerce, transmitted all the way to Washington, D.C., from D.C. to New York City. Now, what's also interesting about this moment you're seeing is it was hooked up to a telephone as well, so they could actually communicate on both sides. First time for that as well.
Well, very cool.
There you go. So instead of just sitting at home, watching TV, drinking my beer,
Hanging out with the beaver.
Not Ward and what was his leave? I was trying to what was his mom's name? June. Yeah. And Wally.
And Wally.
Yeah.
Wally the beaver.
Wally the beaver, exactly. So all right. So instead of doing all those fun things, are there other ways I could have fun today?
Okay, so we've talked for sure about like Latin and ballroom dancing opportunities for adults, but this is specifically for kids and youth at Energy Ballroom in Tempe. Kind of a very specific start time at 5:45. But these are specifically designed classes to provide a fun and interactive learning environment for young students, and then it covers basically the most popular ballroom and Latin dance styles. So there's a focus on movement, musicality, partnering, etiquette, and your little one will definitely come away with some new skills and hopefully a little bit of self-confidence as well. So this is a intermediate class, so the kids should have a little bit of experience, not a total beginner. And it's for ages 5 to 12 years old, and it's only $15. So you can just give them a call at Energy Ballroom,
cool.
and get your kiddo signed up for that.
Nice.
We've also got sensory adventures at the Peoria Main Library happening at 3:30. So again, this is a great one for kids. Basically, if you're a parent or a guardian, you're looking for something to do after school in a very open, safe space. Families are all invited to join us for some interactive activities. Basically, there's going to be craps.
Oh, yeah.
Throw a little craps table, you know.
Exactly.
There'll be games, activities, and it's all sort of organized to bolster their creativity and get their imaginations going. And they do welcome children specifically for this program with autism spectrum disorder and other sensory needs. So this is a really great opportunity.
Cool.
Yeah, to do. It's totally free. You do not need to RSVP. You can just show up at the Peoria Library at 3:30 and get to playing. So
fun.
Yeah. We have an open mic night happening at Santan Gardens in Chandler. So this is open mic for anything. You can be a musician, a comedian, a poet, and then basically it's just your time to shine. Basically, you can sign up.
You could break out your yodeling skills.
I totally could, because we know I have them. I've done it before. We both know. Sign up start at 5:30. You if you want to make sure you get a spot, they're suggesting that you arrive early because it's kind of
makes
first come,
sense.
first
Right.
serve.
Right.
And then each performer gets anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to share their craft. And
Wow, that's a long time.
it's a really long time. Yeah,
Wow.
that's a really long time.
Yeah, because it's like, wow. I don't know if I want 10 minutes of yodeling.
I don't.
Yeah.
Not even from myself. I do not want that. You have a chance to win a $25 Santan Brewing gift card, and at 8 o'clock they'll be drawing for that gift card. So you must be present. to win.
So it's not like the best performer gets it, but just kind of.
Yeah.
Ah.
So again, sign-ups start at 5:30, and then show goes on from 6 to 9 p.m., and it's totally free to attend. You're obviously also welcome to just go hang out and watch and cheer on folks being brave at their open mic. So.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Ali Wong at Stand Up Live in downtown Phoenix at 6:30 p.m.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, she is fresh off of her Golden Globe win for Single Lady, and she's returning to her stand-up roots to workshop raw and unfiltered new material in an intimate club setting. I love it when comics
Oh my
do
God, I
this.
love that because you're getting the really kind of here's.
Oh,
the,
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's so great. So there's actually 2 shows happening. The first one's at 6:30. The second one is at 9:15, and it's $75 for each show. So 2 chances to see Ali Wong.
Nice.
And then this last one makes me smile. This is also probably more for kids, but I would also totally do this. It is Meet Molly the Crayon at the Crayola Experience in Chandler at 11 a.m. So basically, this is a crayon based off of the mulberry. And during Molly's visit, you can create a personalized mulberry crayon. You can snap a photo at the Be a Star photo op with mulberry. You can collect stamps in your crayon tour passport. You can also color dozens of limited edition character coloring pages and strike a pose at the tour bus photo op. And then there'll be an exclusive Molly trading card that's given away with each purchase. So it's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., $25 for a whole lot of Molly fun.
Do you have your crayon passport?
I don't have a crayon passport. Do you have a crayon passport?
I don't, but I kind of need one.
I know, see?
Yeah. And I'm wondering then, like, other colors going to come to town? It's
It
like,
sounds like it.
yeah, fun.
I know. So, good time. Good time for all.
Exactly. So, let's celebrate some birthdays.
Birthdays.
Wake up, hey, it's your birthday. Jump up, go have a great day. Everyone has come to see you. Make a wish and hope it comes true.
That song, sometimes I just find myself singing it randomly. Do you do that at all with that song? It's specifically that one. Yeah.
That's funny. So Pat's like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm singing the birthday song. All right. So, so some mornings you might start your morning with not just orange juice coffee, but maybe a bowl of cereal.
Maybe.
So
I don't, but Pat does. Yeah.
So any Kellogg's products? Like cornflakes?
Yeah. He
See?
will sometimes.
Yeah.
He switches it up a lot. His
I
cereals.
I like to keep several things
Yeah.
that way. I can mix and match. And so today is Will Keith Kellogg's birthday. He was industrial philanthropist that basically him and his brother created cornflakes. And he is credited with popularizing them as a breakfast staple through innovative marketing strategies using extensive advertising campaigns and product giveaways.
Okay, so I know I've talked about this before, but this is the perfect occasion. Go watch the movie Frosted on Netflix. It is the weirdest freaking movie I've ever seen in my life. It's with Jerry Seinfeld, a whole bunch of comics, Melissa McCarthy. It's super weird. But perfect way to celebrate Kellogg's birthday.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to know a weird fact too?
Sure.
You want to know why I don't eat cereal in the morning?
Why?
I get low blood sugar about 3 hours every single time after I eat a bowl of cereal. Never fails. Doesn't matter what kind of cereal. I don't know. My body just can't.
Is not good at processing. Oh, interesting.
I like cereal. I love cereal, but I don't know. I get low blood sugar. So fun fact about me. Carry on.
All right, so another birthday is Walter Winchell. Now, you might not even know that
Winchell's
name,
Donuts?
but he was really the first kind of newspaper and radio gossip commentator. And really popularized that, became globally famous from the 20s through the 60s. Through his radio show, had a newspaper column and was reaching millions, and was known for his really rapid style, delivery, sensationalism, and mixing entertainment and political commentary. And a lot of people don't realize he's buried in Greenwood Cemetery just over on Van Buren and 27th Ave.
Is he local?
His wife contracted, I think, tuberculosis, and so the family moved here.
Okay.
And so that's how he wound up here. But I just think it's interesting that it's like the king of the gossip column,
Yeah.
I mean, is here.
That was weird. Yeah, because he looked very much like old school reporter, you know.
Right.
But a lot of journalists don't take that kind of stuff seriously, so maybe that's why I never.
Well, right, and I mean, and it's like, I mean, and he really was 20s to the 60s, so it's kind of like, and then there were so many other folks doing
Yeah.
that same type of thing that.
But he kind of like originated sensationalism.
Exactly, he was the genesis of that and really
Okay.
pushing it and made it.
Well, we have you to blame then. Happy birthday.
Oh, and then, you know, and I couldn't resist. Today is Billie Holiday's birthday.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
mean, that jazz and blues singer basically came out of the Harlem nightclubs in the early 30s. You've got songs like Strange Fruit, God Bless the Child, Lover Man, and Don't Explain. I mean, just that voice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing voice. As well as for movies, turning 85 years old today. If you've ever seen Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Francis Ford Coppola.
The Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, I mean, Patton, I mean, three Godfathers?
I don't know.
I think, yeah, I don't know if I saw them all three, but I know I saw the first two. And then I thought I would throw one in just for fun, Jackie Chan.
Oh, I love Jackie Chan.
Indeed, he is turning 70. I didn't realize he got his start doing as a stuntman for Bruce Lee films. And so from there, started blending martial arts with comedy, and then became a huge success in Rumble in the Bronx, Rush Hour.
Yeah.
And so,
No, he's so great.
and you may have heard his voice as Master Monkey in Kung Fu Panda.
Well, yeah.
And so,
Heck yeah, I've heard that.
so happy birthday, Jackie Chan, and the rest of you. Now, if any of you out there have a birthday, we want to know. We want to celebrate you.
We sure do. And it doesn't even have to just be a birthday. It can
Nope.
be an anniversary, a promotion, a job change, new house, whatever you want to celebrate.
Right. Did you break out your yodeling skills at the open mic tonight?
That
Send us
would be
a photo.
celebratory indeed. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Want to hear, so please reach out to us, as well as, you know, Courtney's going to be doing a regular segment, so we need your letters about love and romance and connections.
And relationships, anything you want to know or chat with Courtney about. She is basically said there are no things off limits. So you can
Right.
ask whatever you want. That is not a challenge. We're just saying. But yeah, you can reach us for any of those reasons at hello@onthemorningshow.com. That's our email. Or you can reach us on Instagram at onthemorningshow. And yeah, we are also open to partnerships and working with you in different ways to collaborate.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear from you. Reach out.
Maybe you want to sit in the chair just like Dan the Prop
Maybe
Man
you do.
did.
Yeah. So we hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks for kicking off this week and spending your Monday morning with us. We always love to have you here. It's our favorite way to start a week.
Exactly. It's a great way to start the day, and we'll be back tomorrow for Tuesday.
We sure will.